Yes. First off, I started experimenting with this thing, static code analysis. This, it has been acquired by GitHub, so probably it's going to be more integrated at some point. But yeah, I thought maybe that's useful to have on some PR. So I've enabled it for Bosch and Bosch Agent for now. So it did some scanning. It found on Bosch, it found 3 warnings around matching of host names in something in a test and something in a dev package or something. So nothing really severe. But I thought it would be nice to see what it gives us on PRs. Yeah, open PRs. This one, I'm currently, so I reviewed this together with Constantine. Nee, ik ben even aan het bellen. Nee. I looked at this together with Constantine. It works on this branch, but it has a conflict with main. So I'm currently trying to get it to work with main. Then I will merge it manually. Long story short, we shouldn't force people on Linux to build Darwin. Darwin is for developers only. So we just want to make sure that Windows and Linux, those are the actual targets, always compile, and Darwin should only be compiled on Darwin machines. That was the, and there's now an implementation that does nothing to be able to compile the firewall on Darwin, because we don't support the firewall on Darwin, but we still want to be able to run tests. This one still pending a refactor, should be an ops file. This one requires a rebase. I've asked for that. But it should be, once rebased, it should be ready for review because it has been tested by SoftLayer and it fixes their issue. So we should be able to get this merged pretty soon. For OpenStack, Joseph has asked for a release upstream of the Fog gem. Yeah, we have just have to wait here. This one I'm actually working on myself. I'm doing a bit of a refactor still because
I wanted to pick it up tomorrow, but yeah, it's good to know that you're doing.
Yeah, we can maybe pair a bit on it tomorrow. So what I'm seeing is that, so there's some things where, for example, a different kernel for VIPs is installed in the OS stage, where it like just builds the OS image, and it's installing an AWS specific kernel. So it feels like we should install the normal kernel in the OS image, and then later in like a stem cell stage, like stem cell AWS and then AWS VIPs, right? That's where we want to like start diverging. So yeah, just refactoring it a bit. But it doesn't feel like if I'm gonna do that through review comments, it's gonna be too much because that, I don't know, it has already been open for so long. So I'm just gonna make it fix it and then make a PR against his PR or something, and then we'll go from there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
so-
pair on it tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Also, since
think
I'm a
that-
reviewer, I suggested to Ramon that we can also sit together on Monday. We can still do that, like it's just that I also have a little context, but I guess most of the heavy work you will do then tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like, the work I'm gonna do needs to be reviewed also, right?
Yeah.
So would be good for maybe if you could do that on Monday, then we can get this resolved.
There was a interesting question at the bottom.
Yes, I know. I don't have an answer. It's like, yeah.
What do you want to respond here? Because so Bionic is an AOL next year.
Yeah.
I mean, this is gonna be
And then there's extended support.
ESM support.
2028.
Yeah, but I mean, like VIPs is anyway requiring you to have that license, right? So, I mean, this is a good question for that broader discussion that we are having with the canonical business people, but they are like really slow. I think I got an email last week or something that they are still on it. It's just they are really busy with their finalizing the Gemmy release. So that's why they're a bit slow with everything. But yeah, I don't have an answer for this. It's a good question though. But this, like, we want basically, if we're gonna do VIPs, so there's the technical side, which is this PR, and then there's we want support from Canonical, right? And how is Canonical gonna support this work going forward? And that's the business side.
I also would wonder what it actually means. So given that people who buy for the Advantage package, they would also buy for the extended support, I guess. And the question then would just be, how would we keep these things here stable so that Bionic builds still work in some private setups? But
I mean, like, this whole build requires the token anyway, right? So
Yes.
we already have such a token in the VIPs pipeline that was provided by Canonical. So that's not that difficult. It's just about like that we need to keep cutting stem cells for Bionic till that date. And then I don't know who we is in this case, right? Like, who's gonna be responsible for taking care of that pipeline and looking after it? I think that's the main question. And that also depends on who is using it, right? I guess if like SAP is gonna adopt this stem cell, then you're probably more inclined to start help with that. And if it's just other Canonical customers, then maybe Canonical can look after that pipeline or something.
Yeah,
So
yeah, makes sense.
okay. This one just needs to review. Tests were added 4 days ago, so it's now ready for review. I've assigned reviewers, or I've asked GitHub to assign reviewers. And Ramon and Benjamin are the chosen ones.
Damn it!
Congratulations.
I don't want to be in this.
So you can always unassign yourself, and then someone else can find.
Everyone will unassign themselves from this.
But it will do. But Ramon, it will come up in your weekly or no monthly review.
Oh, okay.
If you do
Well,
unassign yourself.
Then we will end with an RFC for unassigning.
Yeah, that's it. Let's go over the issues. I was able to merge a few PRs. Oh, and there was something Postgres coming up, right? Or is that not
No, that was
Like-
already
that
already
was a-
done.
No, that's cleanup. There's also a Postgres release thing that Felix is working on, but I haven't seen that one actually. Oh wait, that should actually be here in that tab where we never look.
Well, that's
Who's working on what?
It's a
Who's
pretty big
working on what?
inbox.
you, there was people on your team gonna work on bumping Postgres in the Postgres release, right? Oh no,
I don't think so, actually.
Wait, sorry, that's a different Felix.
No,
Interesting.
I'm confused. No, so yeah, I thought that was who is
I made an
Felix?
issue like a week ago where I
was
said,
it-
why are we still on Postgres 11? On the
There's a-
Postgres
okay.
release?
But there,
Yeah, I know
no.
Felix Hambrecht. He's also from SAP. He's
okay.
in the persistence team, and I guess it's him.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I thought it's a Felix, so it must be SAP, but it sounds.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. No, that makes sense. No, then we'll wait for that. What's the date? We have 24th.
31st. Actually, 31st.
24th was the last time that we looked at this. So this has been since then. Was
Push template? Oh, that's the old gem that.
everybody still uses? Yes.
Well, not only a few CPIs are using it. I think 2.
Yeah, but I think it's also used by the Bosch director, right?
Yeah.
How to convert the spec file in JSON format? I don't know.
Where does this tool live? Is it in the Bosch repo?
Yeah, it's a gem.
I never heard about it.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's an
I
up
only know
secure
about it
gem.
because I know about it because it was not compatible with Ruby 3.1, so Ramon had to bump it, and then I had to figure out how to release a new version, which has not happened in like, I don't know, a few years. So I did it manually. But it can be used to like test your Bosch releases. So you can like make unit tests for the templates in there.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah, it's quite neat for that. But I don't know what this use case is that you have. I mean, JSON should be backward compatible with YAML, right? A spec file in a
Well, JSON is definitely valid YAML.
yeah. I have no idea what that context thing does.
Maybe we can ask that for some source and target example files so that we better understand
Yeah.
what exactly they want to convert.
Something like that. What else? Wait, this is now in discussion phase. And what else? 24th.
So what I read this issue, but I don't understand why this has anything to do with the vSphere CPI release.
Because that's what changed right here. So it's successful on CPI version v66. And on this version, it inserts something differently.
Yeah, but
the API change. CPI API.
it should be the Bosch director itself that handles
Maybe
all
the
the
data
database
returned
stuff.
from the. Okay.
Well, so I remember it's super long ago, but in 2016, I was in the CPI team doing my dojo, and I remember that we messed with the vSphere CPI, including some data about disks into the ID that was returned by the CPI. Maybe it's something like this. So that the data returned by the CPI has a certain format, which is not easy to write into the database. Just a guess.
Yeah, but a lot of people are already using Postgres 13 with Bosch Postgres 13 with vSphere. So
Yeah, but if, for example, the way certain IDs are now returned have some weird quoting or stuff with the latest CPI version, the director would directly write this into the database, and maybe this is a problem.
yeah, but I mean, I deployed a Bosch with vSphere like yesterday with the latest CPI, so worked perfectly fine. So I think it's an upgrade issue, like maybe one from Postgres 9.4 to 13, or
Maybe you can ask again that question, whether
it's
it's an upgrade
v66
scenario.
is pretty old, I think. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, so you're saying like it seems like they're jump upgrading the CPI.
yeah, but the actual
Like,
problem
still
is in Bosch director.
They say the only thing they change is the CPI, right?
No, so 6.6 is from last August. So okay.
Okay, I don't know what to do here. Let's continue and I will get back to it. I will probably ask Connie because most of the experience with.
There is a note says ampersand characters and data store names is still not recommended, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. But
yeah,
it's the only thing I can find in the release.
I heard about that. It was also something surprising that they found that that's supposed to work in. The CPI doesn't expect that, but that it is something that works on the through the UI in vSphere. Let's see. So this one. Yeah, we responded to that one. So this is all 24. So this, okay, I think we are up to date now.
Maybe one thing I today updated this errand issue. So what we will do is we will work on a deprecation flag and get some internal discussions and have clear timelines that we can get rid of it 2023. So our proposal would be to provide the flag with a clear deprecation warning, and then, yeah, hopefully get some approvers to get this in.
Yeah, that will be a director change, right? Yeah, like we discussed last time. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
yes,
perfect.
like flag support, old errand behavior, or something like that. All right.
And do we want to make this like a hidden flag or just out in the open and just?
I mean, you cannot make a hidden flag. It will be in the spec file. That's
Yeah, I mean more in the CLI where you have like you can have.
No,
No,
it's
no,
not in the-
it's a
not in the
director
CLI.
configuration.
will
Okay.
just be director configuration through the spec file.
Oh, okay, that way. Okay.
Yeah, and so
I
in
thought
this
more we
errand
were talking
provider,
about-
yeah.
I thought we were
I know.
talking about Bosch errand, and then when you run that, and then
Yeah, but I mean, like that requires way more work and it's way more difficult to get rid of. While if we make it a director flag, to
no,
just
totally, I agree. I was just under the impression that we were going in.
Yeah,
I was somewhere else.
yeah, we just clarified that verbally at the end of last meeting, so.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, so in the coming days, I would, yeah, provide more details for the interface, like flag name and where it would live, then that's clear before we start the work.
Sure.
Cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
Have a nice rest of the week.
Okay, see you guys later.
See you all later. Bye.
See you all.
See you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.